Cognitive dissonance. It's a term that boils down to one simple result, which is mental discomfort. We experience it when our beliefs, actions, or core values clash with each other, creating a sense of unease, a nagging and sometimes overwhelming feeling that something isn't right. Our minds crave consistency. When that consistency is disrupted, we feel it. The discomfort that we feel can be very debilitating, yet serve to be a powerful motivator for inner introspection. We are wired to reduce dissonance because we want our thoughts and actions to align. When they don't, we are driven to find a way to restore balance. Liken it to feeling as though you are constantly having a battle within your mind, but the opponents are you versus you. Who will win and how will this occur when you are divided in such a way? It is a battle that cannot be won without the overthrowing of a belief or behavior. This is cognitive dissonance at work. This internal struggle is at the heart of cognitive dissonance. We are constantly bombarded with sensory information, making choices and engaging in behaviors. Sometimes these elements can clash, thus creating dissonance within. Cognitive dissonance can manifest in various ways and is not always obvious. We may not even realize that we are experiencing it. Common signs, however, will betray its presence. Persistent distress can often be a telltale sign. This distress may range from mild unease to outright anxiety. Guilt, shame, or hypocrisy often follows this. Negative emotions signal something is amiss. Rationalization is another red flag. We make excuses, twist facts, and justify actions to make ourselves feel better for our choices and our actions. Avoidance is also common. We steer clear of challenging information. Recognizing these signs is the first step. Awareness helps us address the root causes and help us find healthier ways to cope. Consider the guilt of eating junk food while knowing it's unhealthy. This is a simple example of dissonance at work. You may feel bad and make excuses just to feel better about eating it, which then manifests as an internal conflict. A study by Festinger and Carl Smith in 1959 showed that people who were paid less to lie experienced more dissonance than those paid more, highlighting how our actions and beliefs can clash. Recognizing the signs of cognitive dissonance can lead to better decision making, thus leading us to emotional relief. Therapy and self-reflection are effective ways to manage cognitive dissonance. Educating ourselves about this phenomena can empower us to handle it better. Mindfulness and meditation can also help in reducing the stress caused by cognitive dissonance. Ultimately, understanding and addressing cognitive dissonance will lead you to a more harmonious and fulfilling life. Cognitive dissonance isn't just a psychological theory. It is something that we encounter daily. From minor choices to major life decisions, dissonance plays a role in shaping our thoughts, decisions, and our actions. Imagine you are trying to lose weight. You know that eating healthy is important, but you can't resist that slice of cake. The conflict between your desire and your goal creates dissonance. Or consider a smoker who is aware of the health risks, yet they continue to smoke, creating a disconnect between their actions and their knowledge. This dissonance can be incredibly powerful, leading to the person making elaborate justifications for their behaviour. In relationships, we see dissonance arise when our perception of a partner clashes with their actions. We may believe that they are trustworthy, but then discover they lied. This betrayal creates dissonance, forcing us to reconcile our beliefs with their behaviour. These examples highlight just how pervasive cognitive dissonance can be within our lives. It's a constant companion, influencing our choices, relationships, and our overall well-being. Decision paralysis: how dissonance clouds judgment. Decision-making is rarely easy. We weigh up pros and cons, analyse options, and hope for the best. However, cognitive dissonance can cloud the waters, making it even harder to make clear-headed choices based on factual information. When facing a decision, we often experience dissonance after making it. This is known as post-decision dissonance. We worry about the potential downsides, question our judgment, and second-guess ourselves. This dissonance can lead to decision paralysis. We become fearful of making the wrong choice, leading us to procrastinate or avoid making the decision altogether. The fear of dissonance itself can hinder our ability to move forward. Moreover, dissonance can bias and confuse our information processing. We may selectively seek out information that confirms our decision, while ignoring evidence that contradicts it. This confirmation bias reinforces our existing beliefs, even when they are wrong, eroding the self, the impact on confidence and trust. The consequences of cognitive dissonance extends beyond our decision-making abilities. It can chip away at our self-confidence and self-trust, leaving us feeling uncertain and insecure. When we repeatedly engage in behaviours that contradict our values, it creates a sense of unease and hypocrisy. This internal conflict erodes at our self-respect and eventually undermines our belief in our own integrity. Over time, this can lead us to a decline in self-confidence. We may start to doubt our judgment, question our values, and feel less capable of making good decisions. This lack of confidence can permeate various aspects of our lives, impacting on our relationships, careers, and personal pursuits. Furthermore, cognitive dissonance can damage our trust in self. When we break our own promises or act in ways that contradict our values, it weakens the bond we have with ourselves. We lose faith in our ability to be true to ourselves, leading to a sense of internal fragmentation. Love and dissonance. A recipe for relationship turmoil. Cognitive dissonance isn't just confined to our own minds. It also plays a significant role in our relationships, particularly romantic ones. When our perception of a partner clash with reality, dissonance arises, potentially leading to conflict and resentment. One common example is the honeymoon phase. Initially, we may idealize our partner, overlooking flaws and focusing on their positive qualities. However, as the relationship progresses, we inevitably will discover their imperfections. This clash between our idealized image and their true self creates dissonance. We might rationalize their behavior, minimize their flaws, or try to change them to fit our expectations. These coping mechanisms, while understandable, can be detrimental in the long run. Another way dissonance may manifest within a relationship is through infidelity. When a partner cheats, it shatters the foundation of trust and commitment. The betrayed partner is left grappling with the dissonance between their belief in the relationship and their partner's actions. Trapped in a loop, the vicious cycle of dissonance. Cognitive dissonance isn't a one-time event. It can trap us in a vicious cycle, perpetuating negative behaviors. Understanding this cycle is crucial for breaking free. When we experience dissonance, our instinct is to reduce it. Sometimes we choose maladaptive coping mechanisms. For instance, we might engage in denial or blame others, avoiding personal responsibility. Seeking validation from others reinforces our biases. These coping mechanisms perpetuate the cycle. Avoiding the root cause allows dissonance to grow. It's like putting a band-aid on a broken bone, which isn't going to heal it nor stop it hurting. This is why it is very important to address it, especially if it is causing you mental fatigue and distress. Thank you for taking the time out to watch this video. I do hope that it has provided some clarity on the subject of cognitive dissonance and its impact on the mind. Feel free to like, comment, and also subscribe to my channel. Until next time, much love and well wishes, Annie.